It is very difficult to determine the true nature of anyone, let alone a saint, by merely witnessing or observing their external behavior. A saint who has realized God and is the perfect knower of all the divine scriptures can only be known by another saint of his level, because a saint's identity, just like God, cannot be grasped by material mind, body, and mind, intellect, and senses. No. Nonetheless, a saint's divinity has to be recognized in three different ways: perceptual, inferential, and scriptural evidence. If this were not the case, then no one could have attained God. No. So although recognizing a saint definitely takes time and effort, if one so desires to meet God, they must do it. It is imperative. Actually, to make any effort to evaluate the identity of a saint is as ridiculous as a child learning alphabet evaluating the knowledge of a university professor. Yet, innumerable aspirants have identified a guru, surrendered to a guru, followed his teachings, and also realized and attained God. So Sri Maharaji tells us that there are 3 points that we should understand. The first and foremost proof of a saint's divinity is that his vision, darshan, and his association, it induces naturally attachment to God in the mind and detachment from the world in the mind. Now, this attachment to God, it varies from person to person. And Sri Maharaji has often given the analogy of a magnet. We place a magnet and put needles around the magnet. Now, the needle that will be made of pure iron will be automatically drawn toward the magnet. But the needle that has any bit of impurity, it will be slower, it will take time. And the one that is significantly impure will not even budge. So in the same way, during the descension of saints and God-realized personalities, souls who came into contact with them, pure-hearted souls were immediately drawn and attracted. Just by their mere vision and their darshan was enough for them to fall for them. And those whose heart were impure, they, while some took time, whereas others were not favorable at all. On the contrary, they ridiculed the saint or made fun or criticized the saint. So, association of a saint induces naturally detachment from the world and attachment to God. And being the second point, being well versed in the scriptures, the saint very naturally and very practically removes all the difficulties and the doubts and queries and resolves all kinds of questions that an aspirant encounters on the devotional path.